What lie do you repeatedly tell yourself? You'll remember that, no need to write it down. Ugh. This one is the worst for me. Edit. How the hell did my top comment, double my next highest, come from a simple yay, I have that problem, too? Statement. Reddit is a weird place sometimes. I love it. I've got time. Not only do I have no idea how much actual time I have left, each moment that passes, I have even less. Mr. Incredible taught me that I don't have time. Mrs. Incredible taught me that I don't have time for skinny ass bitches. Gonna go ahead and put Mrs. Incredible in the thickums category. Tomorrow. After this bowl/nice time. Anytime other than now. I know you can only stop doing something once you're not doing it, and you can never plan to quit even 1 second later, whether it's a substance, a habit, or a relationship, but application of knowledge is totally different than its acquisition. After this last coconut. Tomorrow I'll wake up early and go to the gym. I just go to the gym after work, so I don't have to wake up early, then there is a bajillion people there. I'm not procrastinating. I'm just waiting for the right moment. Can't start something unless it's on the 5 or 10 or quarter hour or absolutely. What sort of monster starts a project at 17 or on a Tuesday or in 2019? It's 4:11 PM. Well, guess it'll have to wait till 5 PM. I thought I was the only one who operates this way. So glad I'm not alone. I want to upvote this, but it's at 40 votes. Guess I'll have to wait till it reaches 49. It's fine, I watch YouTube videos until 5 PM. Checks the clock, 5:11 PM. Shit, here we go again. Well, gotta wait until 6 now. Fellow procrastinator here. There's an adage which I heard recently that has started to impact my work ethic. It's better to take care of something now when you can, than to have to sacrifice to do it later. Basically, do your work early, before you have to sacrifice sleep, health, time, outings, etc. to cram things in last minute. Edit. Thanks for the gold, kind stranger, but me confused. If no panic, no blast. How me blast? Why waste time? Say a lot word when few word do trick. When me president, they see. They see. If you wait until the last minute, it only takes a minute. Last minute is best minute to blast blasty in my AC. I'll wake up early tomorrow and I'll get to bed earlier tomorrow. That's what I tell myself every time before I do a 3-inch line of sugar. That way you go to bed at 5 AM and accomplish your goal of going to bed early. Just one more video before bed. I used to stay up way too late and I realized that looking at screens was the problem. It was a vicious cycle of feeling awake and staying up later using the computer. The thing that saved me was getting some blue light filter glasses for looking at screens. Maybe it's a placebo and they don't really do anything, but I swear I can watch all the rubber ducky pork I want before bed and have no problem going to sleep as soon as I want afterwards. Maybe some live rubby ducky pork would be easier on the eyes for an extended period of time. Don't get me wrong, the live stuff is great too. However, there are still plenty of times you don't have time or energy. Sometimes you have to just load up between the cheeks too, scene 3 for the 1000th time, and get some quick stress relief. I'm a healthy eater. Cake has eggs. It's just eggs with stuff added. Cake is just an omelette. French toast has eggs with stuff added. Omelette has eggs with stuff added. Casserole has eggs with stuff added. Bread has eggs with stuff added. Everything is eggs. That you only have to tell a lie willfully like 3 times before you yourself start believing it, and I remember thinking, well, that's a load of garbage. Fast forward to the present. I'm wearing a boot and crutches after a heel injury. I was on a group trip and we were playing some game where you had to stomp on balloons tied to other team's legs to eliminate them from the game. I went for a balloon while another team's player went for the same balloon, and I wound up with my foot power driven into the floor, heel first, resulting in multiple fractures to the heel bone. Well, at least, that's what I told everyone. Truth is that I was trying to stomp a balloon, but it popped out of the way as I was stomping it, glancing below, and I just drove the heel into the ground myself. No other foot stomping me down. That didn't make for as cool a story, and after the first almost reflexive lie of, oh yeah, someone stomped my heel down, that's why I'm limping, I just had to roll with the fake story for the rest of the trip. People would ask me repeatedly, and I'd always tell the same story. Somewhere in the twisting fury of stomps, I had my foot driven into the ground by a wayward opponent. Tough luck. Back home from the trip, I was talking with my orthopedic surgeon who was remarking it's a really unusual thing to have a heel fracture in this way after you just stomped the ground, and I told him oh no, it was actually another person who stomped my heel into the floor, so there was more force than just me. It wasn't until I was leaving his office that I had a moment of realization that wasn't the truth, but I had told it to a doctor privately as though it was. I didn't bend the truth to save face or seem tougher to my doctor. The lie had just become so rote that I'd fallen back on it automatically, even to a medical professional. In the moment, that was the experience I was remembering in my head, and it had never actually happened at all whatsoever. Definitely one of those moments that makes you reflect on how honest you really are. If I could lie about that reflexively and not even realize it, could I be lying to myself about other things equally as unaware? I'll lose weight, I'll start eating salads for lunch and running tomorrow. Tomorrow always brings stress, pasta and wine. I've addressed this by tackling one problem at a time. I picked the gym as the easier behavior change. Now I go 5 to 6 days a week each week after I started going again in mid-December. After losing about 30 pounds, now the gains are stalling and I'll have to address the diet issue. However, my gym habit is now established. If I tried doing both at once, I'm sure I would have failed like the times before. If you had to pick one though, diet is far more effective / important. I just wasn't happy with my activity level. I needed to read this. For the past month and a half I've been trying to tackle both the diet and the exercise issue, and failing because it's too much of a change to manage. Keep up the good work though, happy for you. I'm over her. I'm good to move on. Gets text from her at 11 PM on a Friday night. Our big poop here we go again doesn't get a text and is much better off for it, but proceeds to text her at 2 AM on a Sunday anyway. Our big poop here we go again. I don't think I'll truly be over her. She was someone that I felt a great connection with. That's rare for me in the romantic side of things. Not only that, but she was genuinely a good person, kind-hearted and everything. We just had unfortunate timing and distance in our relationship. I'm making changes in my life to focus on certain aspects of my life and doing things differently than what I planned with her. I'll always miss her for sure, but life is life. When you knew that it was over, you were suddenly aware that the autumn leaves were turning to the color of her hair. My acne will go away. It's genetic though. My crush likes me back. This was just supposed to be a meme, WTF, but then again she may also hate everything about me because she hasn't texted me in like 30 minutes left on read and then proceeded to update Insta story. Oof. That everything is okay and it'll end up fine. God, do I relate to this. I hope you're okay though. If you're not, that's okay too. I'm sending virtual hugs your way. Honestly, one of the best things you can tell yourself. It's like the act like you belong, and eventually you will. Continued actions and mentality, forced or not, will become habit, for better or for worse. As long as you continue to tell yourself everything is okay and will end up fine, and you are actually acting like that's true, that is working or actively looking for work, and trying to stay healthy and maintain what you enjoy vs spending your time drinking waiting for something to come your way, you'll wake up one day and realize that everything is working out and you are truly okay. Everything will turn out okay. One of my favorite quotes that has gotten me through many dark times. I can elaborate if need be. It's, so far you've survived 100% of your worst days. It will be okay. It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't seem like it. But it's a good lie, in that it is the truth. My mental health is completely fine, or I can get better on my own. It's just a fart, and I'm only imagining it felt wet and everyone can't smell it, especially that person in the queue behind me. They probably have no nose. There's someone out there for everyone, relatable and sad. Oof. Excuse me beforehand. English is not my native language. This comment has a lot of replies, so I'm not sure if this will get to you, but I found this lines many years ago and it helped me to keep going. It gave me the strength to keep trying, and now that I have found the love of my life, The girl I will marry and expend my days with. I wanna share it with you, hoping it gives you the strength it takes. It's a little bit long, but it's worth reading. Billions of fellow humans on this earth, and yet some of us are still alone. We are the ones who watch as life happens to others. The friends that form relationships, that then get engaged and married, and start families of their own. We are the ones that are always being told your turn will come, or Miss Right is just around the corner from friends, siblings, and parents who all mean well, but as I have experienced, even their voices fade with time as the message wears thin. We are the ones that are left alone in the quiet of the night, questioning our face, our eyes, our mouth, our body shape, our height, our clothes, everything about ourselves, every single minuscule detail to try and explain and comprehend why we are sitting outside looking in, why we have not been picked, why we are not suitable for the attention and the desires of another, and with all this questioning, it is us who can only imagine the answers. And then the doubt sets in. What I say to us is, we are the strong. We are the smilers. We are the ones who motivate ourselves each and every day to stand up, walk alone and continue on this journey that we all know is life. We the lonely are the strongest of the strong, because we know the strength it takes to walk this world alone. So even in your moments of sadness, take heart that there are millions of us that are silently walking with you and for you each day. We know the pain. We know the sadness. We know what it means to be alone. And in saying that, and by you reading this, please understand that you are never alone. We are with you as much as you are with us. Be strong. Be brave. Keep walking. Thanks for watching.